it's a conversation worth having, and that'll come a little later on the show. But today, we will discuss a very important topic, which has been introduced as a result of all the bonus brouhaha that has made all the headlines this week regarding the Black Queens. We know they've finally been paid their money, $9,000, the equivalent in Ghana cedis. All the players were handed checks after the game against Egypt on Tuesday. And so everyone went home quite happy that they got their money, but not happy that it took all those headlines in order for them to get paid. There are some other surrounding issues, of course, especially with the officials who are quite not pleased about the fact that they've been paid only half of what was due them. But the players have received a full amount of money. And a lot of people have weighed in on this whole matter because the Black Queens players were due to take $1,500 each per game, per win. And that's all. $1,500 per win. That's the winning bonus at a tournament like the WAFCON. So you multiply that by the 6 games. Of course, they didn't win all the 6 matches, but they went all the way to winning bronze. And so the ministry decided that instead of just paying for only wins because you've gone all the way, we're going to pay as if you won every single one of those 6 games. So 1,500 multiplied by 6 would give you 9,000. And so that's what every player went home with. The reason it's become a major topic of conversation is that 9,000 over 6 matches at the WAFCON is still not up to what a Black Stars player would receive for a single win. Because their winning bonus is 10,000. And that's 10,000 is even for qualifiers. World Cup qualifiers, AFCON qualifiers, that's what it would take per win. And so we are not the one introducing this conversation. A government official is the spokesperson for government communications. Felix Kwakye Ofosu spoke to us here exclusively and told us that while he agrees that all these delays were unnecessary, he thinks that both male and female athletes in Ghana should be paid exactly the same amount of money. So equal pay, Felix says, is what he's advocating for. This is what he said. This is what he told us when we spoke to him only 3 days ago.
I think that we need to treat all our athletes equally, irrespective of gender. I mean, I even hold a view. It may be controversial, but I think that we should be paying equal wages to both men and women athletes. I don't see why men should be paid higher than women. That in itself is a difficulty. Delays are not desirable, of course, and I think that we should take steps going forward to ensure that it does not recur. Sometimes these issues occur, but I am grateful, I am gratified that the efforts are underway to resolve it quickly so that they can return to the field to play and bring us honor.
That's Felix Kwakye Ofosu. Of course, that's his individual opinion. We need to clarify, not government's position. So we're asking the question, should men and women be paid the same money in Ghana? But specifically, should the Black Queens players and the Black Stars players be paid the same? And this is a conversation we really want the general public to participate in. So it's not just a conversation for only my guest, who are seated, by the way. Sicho for Flavor Stream is here. Sicho, how you doing?
Sue.
Yeah, you look well dressed as always.
Thank you as always.
Yeah. Mufta Nabil Abdullahi, how you doing?
I'm okay.
You only come here sporadically, based on what interests you.
Last week I was here. The previous weeks you told
something
you told your
you last week.
Hang on. You told your listeners the previous weeks I was not available because I was ill.
Yes.
And today you are telling me I'm here sporadically.
Speaking of ill, Daniel Cranting, was it not only last week he came to condemn here for always putting out people's business?
Yes.
The guy has malaria.
You've done it again. But yes, we did carry to Danny, right?
Yes, the one I spoke to him, he didn't sound like Danny. In voice change.
Yeah,
what I
mosquitoes
don't
today.
understand is that I don't understand. Look, and I'm being serious here because mosquitoes like juice, right? If you are a mosquito and you go and patch on that, it gets skin. If what is it called? Is it antenna? No,
Yeah.
that's not antenna.
No, that's what the antenna.
That one there is needle. It's needle.
The needle. The mouth of the
if
mosquito.
you punch in that, it gets skin. Small time you go reach the bone.
So, like, as you punch, they be bone in the punch that. So at the shock say the mosquito no fear. If it comes to me or you or something.
The guy had a really bad bout of malaria, so much so that he missed work the whole of this week.
Yeah.
That's
But
how
it's-
bad it
good
was.
news is getting better. So.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
better.
yeah,
Recovery
yeah,
to
yeah,
them.
Then again, I hope you are well.
Yeah.
You see, when I had small diarrhea, this guy came and sat here and told a different story.
It's not a different story.
It
That
will-
one I can
It will come
corroborate.
back meet me, eh?
I can corroborate that story.
You can corroborate.
Yes.
Why do I hold the granite for me?
I think you remember that story. You chew granite.
Two gallons, gallons of water.
Anyway, so like I said, we'll have that conversation. Obviously, there is a U19 championship also going on, interregional at Pram. We'll try and get updates on that. It's a semi-final that's just starting right now at 2 p.m. The semi-final matches and final will be tomorrow. So the semi-final fixtures for today at 2 p.m. It's the Eastern region against the Greater Accra region, and then later at 4 p.m. Shantou region against Brona Hafo. So that's happening at Pram. That's the Elite U19 Championships. The FA, of course, with another youth competition, trying to try and improve our youth football. But it was good, Chicho, wasn't it, to finally get a conclusion to all the drama from last week. The players have been settled, their fee, their bonuses and what have you. I mean, any lessons from the last week about what we can take going into the future to avoid some of these things? Because it wasn't the first time.
Yeah. And it won't be the last time if you don't learn from it.
Yes.
And so that for me is what's important, that going forward, what do we do to avoid these circumstances, these scenarios, this whole clumsy, terrible situation of players having to demand their what is due them before they earn a national call or national duty or assignments. So I think that we need to learn. Governments need to also learn and understand that football is quick and fast, right? Football is not like every other government business where
Sure.
a contract can be signed today and then the funding, we are waiting for the funding comes the next year. You know, when in football you're dealing with individuals who at least they are professional and it's time bad, and the amount of money you are paying as well, the money you are paying which is due them can also serve as motivation, even though first of all they want to play for their countries. So government need to relook at its methods or the channels through or the process through which, you know, the monies reach the ministry or the sector minister before it's able to embarrass these girls with the monies that is due them. So I think it's all about processes. I think when it comes to paying all other national teams but the Black Stars, the processes are normal government processes. But we need to find a specific process that expedites it or makes it faster, makes it swifter and smoother so that the girls can have their money when these things are done. I also will be quick to add that I'm not a big fan of any national team or any person on national duty who would at some point decline not to serve the country because of these things. I can understand why the girls wanted to boycott it because of history. There are instances where even teams or players whose bonuses or monies are being owed by the government. So they're also thinking, are we going to be the next batch of national team group that will be owed? But I still think that when you are called to serve the country, irrespective of all of these happenings, you should focus on the main reason why you are there. It's just my personal take. I mean, when the Black Stars did it in 2014, I've lambasted them since then till now. Anytime they should come to me and say that they were disgraceful, they were shameful, they could have handled it a lot better. Playing at the World Cup for the country, for me at the time, and for many Ghanaians, meant much more than the monies they were going to receive, even though I understand why they were demanding the monies that were due them. So I can understand them. But I would never defend anybody going to serve Ghana in any capacity who would hold the country to ransom because of that. Again, I'm also very disappointed that it had to be the ladies meeting the minister to demand their money. My simple take is this: the ladies don't manage themselves. It's a national team that has managers. the management of the national team is the Ghana Football Association. I think that whenever a national team wants its money, it's like the Black Stars. When the GFA is, when the Black Stars is going to come to town, it's the GFA that prepares the budget. They go to the ministry, they follow it up. The Black Stars don't need to come to town. The captains don't need to go to the ministry to go and tell them that we are in town. We need X amount of money to prepare to play our game, so we need X amount of money to be paid before we go. The management of the Black Stars, they do that. So in the same vein, I'm thinking that the girls should have been, taken away from all of this spotlight. All they had to do, get to camp, listen to the manager, focus on football, focus on recovery, focus on training, focus on winning games, focus on building team bonding, team harmony, and focus on serving the country. Then the politics of it, because the payment of the money and everything is administrative management and politics. So that all of those things would have been left for the FA, whose sole duty to the team was that and some other things. So the FA should be the one. We shouldn't be hearing that the ministry has met team captains to discuss their old bonuses. We should be hearing the minister visited the team and they were in good spirits to encourage them. That is fine. But what we should be hearing when bonuses are owed is that the ministry and the GFA have met over old bonuses to the Black Queens. And in the meeting, this is what happened. It was heated. It was this. It was that. We should never be hearing that it was the players who had to meet the footballers who had to meet the politicians to demand their money. That's not their job. That's not their duty, right? But the FA as well would at some point trying to insulate themselves from all of this, preserve and protect the relationship they have with government. So they don't want to confront government. But I think with good leadership, the FA need to take that. They need to take that blow. If anything, the FA has to go to the ladies to assure them that, look, ladies, focus on the game, play the game, and leave your monies to us to deal with. And in the end, that is what happened, because after the minister and the FA had met the team captains, they didn't come to any agreement or any conclusion. The next day, the FA leadership, some of them went there, and that was when they convinced the girls to focus on the game and leave the negotiations or the demands of the money for them. And the girls listen, they play their money. My point is that could have been done on day one in camping, right? So we should never, whether U20, U19, U17, U2, U3, should never allow these captains to be the ones having to sit with politicians to demand these monies. No. Their job is to play.
I mean, that's been the practice, hasn't it? Because I think that's what also happened in Brazil, right?
Yeah.
Sports minister. In fact, there was a point in Brazil where the president had to speak to the players on phone.
Yes.
But you see, Sitcho has said basically everything that has been on my mind, and I've written them on my social media pages since the day. And in fact, last week, Friday, we were here. We should have spoken about it, about the plan to boycott the game and all that. Remember, we were here and we were talking about it. I think that the institution Ghana Football Association has allowed certain things to fester for a very long time. Okay. And that is always allowing the players to be those seated before politicians to have conversations when they should be focusing on their core duty, which is to play football. Mm-hmm. And Sitcho has already touched on that. I remember when I spoke to CK Akuno, the year 2000, when he was the captain of the Black Stars, he was seated before the minister talking about bonuses when his focus should be on playing football. And it has happened all over the years. At what point would the Ghana Football Association say that we are in charge of the management of football, so players focus on the game, allow us to handle other administrative stuff on your behalf? That's why there's a management committee.
Team manager. Go and sit with the girls, have a conversation with them, come back. Go to the ministry, tell them, okay, the girls are in camp. The last time they met at the WAFCON, they were due $9,500. Is the money ready? If the money is not ready, they would come back as management to the players, come and have a conversation and tell them, we have engaged the ministry on your behalf about the outstanding bonuses. What if they don't believe them?
You see,
we have a habit of we want to hear from certain people ourselves.
I get that point.
That's if the FA has given them girls.
But you need to give people reason to trust you or not to trust you.
A good leader always does that.
Right? If the management committee of the team, I don't know whether if Gift Owari is still the management committee chair of the team.
I don't think she's been replaced.
The core responsibility of negotiating with politicians or having discussions as to when
You see the problem with the Black Queens.
Gifty cannot
the Black
negotiate
Queens,
with the Senegal government
the
for
Black
money for the girls.
okay, so wait, Mufti, you are telling me the Black Queens Management Committee's chair is Gifty Oware,
Yes.
the deputy or former deputy National Service
Authority boss.
Yes.
Yes.
The very one under investigation
Yes.
now.
Yes.
The owner of Blocks of Life.
Gifty can.
You see,
If she has a deputy,
okay.
the deputy has to take over.
If if Gifty can't, right? The FA president is there.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah, it's
right.
the FA.
And he did a lot of work in that.
Yes.
And Sicho mentioned it.
Yes.
Sicho is saying that work should have been done before. they
Way
started to
before.
do-
So that's what I'm saying.
Because it was,
that-
in fact, so it was his intervention
yeah.
that resulted in the girls deciding to
It's
go
late
and train on
international.
Monday.
So there were two meetings. One with Alex Asante, the president of the FA, and the sports minister.
The Sunday night meeting, yes, that's that one.
It was that meeting
And the
that
three
ended
captains.
at a deadlock where there were no agreement.
And the three captains.
And the three captains.
Yes.
Then it was the following meeting which happened on the Monday morning
Yes.
when Kurt went there with Alex Asante to
Yes.
engage the players where they agreed to play.
Yes.
And I'm saying the conversation with the players, the FA should have had that and gone to have a separate meeting with the ministry and come back to the players, because the FA, your duty is to manage the national teams. If you come back to the players and the players give you reasons that, we don't trust that you've engaged the ministry to give us a money, you can answer, do you want to meet the minister yourself? If you want to meet the minister yourself, you can arrange that meeting.
So you're saying that the Sunday meeting should have been with the FA alone instead?
Yes.
The first one.
100%.
Yeah.
Before, if the players
Before
feel
the
that
minister is not dragged
before the minister is
if
not
the players
dragging,
insist.
if the players insist, so you can fix the issues. And I think going forward,
Okay.
these are the things we should be doing. And also, let me just add a quick one. When people get so excited, there are certain promises they shouldn't be making.
Okay.
The team wins 4-1 against Tanzania. They've qualified to the next phase.
The only win in the group stage.
They only win in the group
The
stage.
last group game.
Their last group game. Instead of you giving them $1,500, you say, you've qualified, so we'll give you $4,500. When you've agreed to give them $1,500
They
per match.
said, the first two matches that you lost one and drew the other one. No. That one, I will pay winning bonus for you because you have
you scored
qualified.
it.
Because you've qualified.
Because you spoiled it.
Right?
So excitement, too much excitement.
You are excited. You go make promise.
Now the money is away.
Now you get to the next phase. You are in the quarterfinal. You say, we cry. If you win, we'll give you $2,000. So you've increased the money from $1,500 to $2,000. They make it to the semifinal. You say if they win, you give them $3,000. So you kept promising them as and when they made it to a next
It's
stage,
motivation.
Which is fine.
which is very fine. But when you
You for watch your pocket voice.
watch your pocket, and I have a very simple question, right? When we are going for major competitions under the umbrella of CAF and FIFA, there's a quota which is taken care of by CAF and FIFA. When we heard from the minister, he said they needed to use the money they were supposed to use to pay them
That place, they know
and
clear.
use it to sort out accommodation.
So, you know, clear. That place don't be clear.
I'm confused.
In fact,
Can we get somebody from the ministry?
that's what I was going to. Where's Karim?
We need to clarify that.
Because did we use part of our money to pay for hotel in
For
Morocco?
hotel, or is it that we went with more than what was required by CAF and we needed to sort that out? Because when you go beyond the quota that CAF has given to you, you will have to take care of it.
But then the ministry doesn't have to sort that one. If the FA took more, unless the ministry took,
If the ministry
more
feels
people-
supporters there or
So
something,
if somebody is lost, let me just carry it along. What Muftawi is saying is that one of the reasons the minister gave for why he couldn't pay the bonuses, even though he admitted that it was adequately budgeted for, was that they used part of the bonuses money to pay for some hotel bills when the team was in Morocco. And as here, and Muftawi's point and Sicho's point is that we know that when it comes to tournaments, the host nation and the organizers pay for the hotel bills of all the teams. And the only time you will have to pay an extra hotel bill are two conditions. One, if you've sent more than necessary, the number that the organizers are catering for, or that the hotel they gave you, you said you don't like.
You don't like.
So you want to go and take your own hotel.
a different
Then,
class, yeah.
so those two conditions, which of them resulted or which of them occasioned us to use their bonuses to pay hotel bills and now ended up in this situation?
And I don't even know if there are any changes
that
because
part needs clarification, really, because the minister said it. I heard it quite
Yes,
clearly, but
yes.
it didn't sit well with me because I know CAF is going to pay for the accommodation.
Basically, we have questions.
If the country wants to take fans, it's on the country.
Yeah.
But this should have nothing to do with the monies that's been budgeted for the girls.
Yes.
So it's a bit murky. That needs a bit more clarity.
and it will be better if they are able to clarify that, because I don't know if anything has changed. CAF would always give you between 50 and 50,
Yeah.
right? So it means that if we were to use our own money to pay accommodation, and else will not have to sacrifice the bonuses due them simply because we had to pay for accommodation, which was quite urgent, then I don't know how we arrived there, but there should be a way to get clarity from the minister and the
His
sports
PA and
ministry.
the PRO.
Yes, the PA, the PRO, or even the minister himself, if he's available.
Our producers are working on them.
Oh, sure.
Listen, so that's what we are saying. I think your points are well noted, and I agree with you to an extent that we need to insulate the girls, the boys, we need to insulate the players from having to be doing negotiations directly with the paying authority, which is the government, because the GFA had constantly justified to us why they need management committees. And this is one of the reasons they always give for that, so that it allows the players to focus on the task at hand, the most important thing, which is playing football. So hopefully these are lessons learned. But then there is the other issue of equal price money, equal pay, which Felix Ofosu-Kwakye says he would prefer. So listen, I don't know, man, but. It's one of the things that we need to do. We need to talk about this matter, whether or not we should pay equal price money to our athletes, including all our players. We already pay equal price money for athletes in other competitions that are not football. So this is something we already do. It is only when it comes to football that we have disparity. And I'm saying this because Africa Games, gold medal, male or female, is the same money that was promised everybody. So that was what it was. They say, you win a gold medal, it doesn't matter who you are or what you do.
Or even the discipline.
Or the discipline. It says, Africa Games, you win a gold medal, whether yours is in cricket or yours is in rugby or
in hockey, in weightlifting,
in boxing, in athletics, whichever one it is, let's do it. Let's pay them equal money, and it is fair when they go for the World Athletics Championships. The same thing. Yeah. When they go for Olympic Games, same promises. Commonwealth Games, same promises. But when it comes to football, and to be fair, all those sporting disciplines that form those Olympic sport, not all of them also have the same interest. So when the squash is playing, it's not the same as boxing. Bukom Boxing Arena was filling out during the Africa Games. The squash event wasn't filling out. There were barely 1,000 people there to watch, but they said equal price money for everyone. So this is something that the country already does in certain sectors, in certain sporting disciplines. In fact, with the Africa Games, it was the same even for football. Because for the gold medal, it was the same.
Yeah.
Right? For the girls and the 20 girls and the 20 boys, same. But when it comes to Black Stars and Black Queens, that one, the disparity is clear and it is huge.
Yeah.
The factors that account for that, I'm sure we will get into them. But, or the reasons that's the case, we'll get into them. But are they justified? That's the conversation we want to have. Is it possible to achieve pay parity in our football under the current circumstances? If not, if yours, why? If not, what can we do? Because for me, like, even if somebody argues that we can't achieve pay parity, I still look at 1,500 and 10,000 and I shake my head. That is what I'm. That is all. That part. Some way. So, I want to hear from you. 055-1111-997. 055-1111-997. That's the WhatsApp number. We'll open the phone lines for you to call in and suggest and tell us what you make of that call from Felix Kwakye-Ofosu on Black Stars, Black Queens players. But let me hear from my guest in studio. Sicho, I'm going to begin with you. This is a topic that we've dabbled with in the past, but never really gone into details. Today we have some time to get into details on this matter.
Fent, you have been covering World Athletics, Olympics, and all of that. When athletes win gold, bronze, or silver medals, are they paid some money by the organizing bodies? In this case, maybe Olympic Games.
There are prizes available for breaking records, certain records.
Okay. Are these prizes the same across board?
To the best of my knowledge, no.
Are they the same across board?
No.
Fence. Are you listening to me? Are the two of you are people who have been covering?
So that's why I've said no.
They are not.
He has covered more. Though.
They are not the same.
Yeah. No, they're not the same.
Very interesting. My point is, women's football and men's football are not the same sports. Mm-hmm. They are not the same sports. Football, as we see it, it's a commercial tool, an economic tool, and a social tool. Mm-hmm. So the importance of any football
activity,
any football group,
okay,
can be measured by its economic, its social, and commercial, and many other sectors, factors. But let me just use these three, and that is why
achievements, trophies, performances,
but the performances, trophy, blah blah blah. But if you win all the trophies in a league that is not worth more than another league, it counts for less. Mm-hmm. So, for example, a club like Celtic would have won plenty league titles in Scotland, but it is not worth more than somebody in the La Liga who has won fewer league titles than somebody who has won it in Scotland. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying that even in men's football, there are differences.
There is disparity.
There is disparity because of the factors I have mentioned.
Yes.
Commercial, social, economic, and everything. Mm-hmm. When it comes to its social pool and its social benefits, you can't always quantify it. Mm-hmm. Right?
Exactly.
Because of the way people feel about it and everything.
Very subjective.
Very subjective.
Black Queens give me happiness more than Black Stars. You can't tell me otherwise.
You are free to say so, but you
exactly.
So
that one,
the more you lie, the more you increase your chance of going to hell.
It's not like
allow him to flow. Allow him to flow.
But I was just giving an example of the subjective nature of social value of a national team.
Because of debates, you are saying that the Black Queens. The Black Queens.
You made the point that
more joy.
I've
never seen you argue about whether we should keep a Black Queens coach or sack a Black Queens coach like you've done to a Black Queens.
Just a quick
one.
But
no problem.
Just a quick one.
Why are you I should let him flow.
Yes, I'm not. It's you. I want to ask a question. Okay. How many WAFCONs have you covered?
Very, very good question.
One.
That one.
How many? Yes. One. That was host. One. Ask me how many AFCONs I've covered. Apart from
wait. Apart from the AFCON in Egypt, which you covered with Kawawa, which other AFCON have you covered?
One. So one.
No. 208. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Parity.
Okay.
Equal attention. As far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
One WAFCON, one AFCON.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
The Women's World Cup, I didn't go because they didn't accredit me. It's not my fault.
Okay.
Because if they did, I would have gone.
Okay.
It's okay. You're right.
Please, Sicho, continue.
So my point is, to be very honest, I'm not a big fan of giving somebody plenty because another person is earning way more. I'm a big fan of getting what is due you. So if today I make 1 CD and that is due me, and somebody makes 100 CDs and that's due the person, and tomorrow I'm due 200 CDs and that person was making 100 CDs to due 100 CDs, I should be making my 200 CDs. And the person who was making 100 CDs then, if the person still marries the 100 CD, should be making the 100 CDs.
Fair point.
So, my point is, women's football is not the same or on the same level as men's football. At all levels, club side, international side. Because there is an appeal to watching football. There is something that, like, it's a physical sport, right? It's a physical sport. The men's game is faster. They are more skillful. They score better goals, which is more entertaining. They've got better dribblers, which is more entertaining. It has a lot more physicality and everything, generally. And that psychologically, I mean, if you ask the football doctor, psychologically, it's a big pull to how people consume the sports and how they engage with it and react with it.
Do the same factors apply to tennis?
Do the same factors apply to?
Yes, tennis. That the men players are
but
more
as
skillful,
for
more
tennis,
physical.
The most successful tennis women's player said what I'm saying now. I don't know. He said that men's tennis and women's tennis. I don't know what you're going to answer.
You're not answering the question.
I'm continuing with. No. It applies. It applies.
Okay, good.
And
so why do they pay equal money then?
Oh, they made their case, and these advanced country, and in fact, they pay equal money at the big slams. At the opens, some of the opens, they don't pay the same money. At the slams, they fought it, and then they made and then the slams said, okay, they would pay. And I understand that you can do that, but I'm saying, but even at that level, they had to increase the money of the ladies to match up with the men, while the men were doing more. How are the men doing more? So it's actually unfair to the guys. And now let me say this: how is it that when you go to the slums where they are earning the same amount of money, the ladies play best of 2 sets and the men play best of 3 sets? I was thinking that if they were asking for equal money,
so men 5, women 3.
Women play best of 3 sets, men best of 5 sets. Thank you. I was thinking that while they were at it and arguing that they deserve the same amount of money as the men, they would have been playing best of 5, or the men would have been playing best of 3, so that everything is equal. But because of the physical demands of, and then, ladies, because of the physical demands of sports, it wasn't healthy for the women to play best of 5 sets. So the women stuck to best of 3 sets, earning the same amount of money that the men would earn by playing best of 5 sets. I'm saying, how is that equality? The reason why men tennis and women tennis are not the same is because of the physical demands of the sport. So I have no problem. So I'm saying that the ladies should get what is due them. What is due them? An amount of money that tallies with playing best of 3 sets. That tallies with the attention you get. That tallies with the commercial pool of the WTA. And then what should the men get? The amount of money. Because when I go and watch men playing tennis, I spend more time on the court and watching more than I watch.
So there's more value in the more time you spend there.
Of course.
It's more enjoyment.
And in fact,
that makes sense.
and in fact, that example you even cited actually gave Sicho a big ammunition.
I'm coming. Don't worry.
I'm coming. You see, and the world is global. There are industries where our baby girls will earn way more than the boys.
And you can't complain.
Go to the walkways of fashion shows. Baby girls are making too much money. Who wants to see the boys model? You want to see the girls. Her legs. Put some oil on it. Put some oil on there. And then
You mean female models are earning more than their male counterparts?
it's not even close.
And no one is coughing.
It's not even close. And there's another space I don't want to talk about, Ariabo. Right? But you know what
Are
I'm
you talking
saying?
about the adult film industry?
Adult film industry. The girls make it's not.
How
it's
do
not,
you know that information?
I read very wide. I love to read. I read journals. I read very wide. I listen to plenty podcasts.
And you know for a fact that the female actors in the adult film industry earn way more than the men.
By far.
Interesting.
Because according to reports that I chanced on, when people come to enjoy adult movies, it's the women they are looking at, not the boys. So I was wondering,
And that's because the women in the adult film industry bring more value.
they bring more value.
So what it actually means is that men consume adult film more than women or something.
I would,
Mufti, don't spoil the matter.
I would
not what
think
he
so.
said.
Let's
Get back on track.
No,
You're actually on track.
And on the same line, and more recently, we saw how much. I'm in the tech space. We saw how much the OnlyFans platform,
Yes.
was raking in, and how much people are being paid.
Yes.
And the women model. Do you know there are men on the platform? There are women on the platform, but the women are cashing home way more than the men will cash out. And there are many men who are actually paying toward these women. So I'm saying there are various places on earth, or there are various jobs on earth where men and women can never be paid the same. Just like I mentioned on the model, on the walkways for fashion and different other places. Football for me is the same, especially for now in Ghana.
You've established some fantastic points about value.
Yeah, value.
And that for you, you should be paid
what you do you.
Yes, pay the value you bring.
Yes.
My question to you is, when it comes to Black Stars and Black Queens, what are the metrics for determining the value they bring to the Ghanaian people? Because bear in mind that they are paid with our taxes, not with the gate fees that they bring from the stadium, not with the sponsorship on their shirts. So the Black Stars bonuses are not paid from the MTN that is in front of their training kit.
It's paid with our taxes.
It is paid with our taxes.
So value.
And and so of what value do those two things bring to us? That has to be measured. How do we measure that value?
Oh, we don't even need to do too much. Face the eye test can tell us.
Which is
simple. When the Black Queens are in town, nobody knows.
I know. Everybody knows.
But it's your job if you don't know who should know.
you are paid to talk about that. You are saying you know.
So they are not popular.
They are not popular because they don't bring the same value as the Black Stars would. Again, when the Black Queens play, they always play in an empty stadium. They always play in free gates.
They open free gates, still can't sell out the stadium.
Still can't sell the stadium because of the value of the team. However,
is that their fault though?
No, it's not their fault. It's just the fact that the sport they are playing, the people tax money that is supposed to be used to pay them, the people don't like it. So we can't pay them as much as the people who are paying them like.
Yeah, but here's the case. You said that it is a subjective social impact.
That's what the social impact. We will feel it in the system when they are in town.
And as taxpayers, we are invested. Look, we don't get any profit from the Black Stars in terms of finances.
It doesn't have to be.
In terms of commercial value, you and I, whose taxes are used to pay them. We don't get any.
We do, because every time the Black Stars are in town, I sell coconuts at the stadium. I make more money than when the Black Stars are in town.
You sell coconut?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Brandon Yakupo.
But you say you enjoy the Black Stars, not the Black Stars. Yeah, they sell coconut. When the Black Stars are in town and I take my yogurt to the stadium, I make more money than when the Black Queens are in town. In fact, not only when they are playing their match, when they are even training. During their training session, like the bus has just come to the stadium, open training. The stadium is not full. People are around the stadium. Even when I go to their team hotel, I pack my yogurt this thing there. By the time I'm gone, it's done.
Yeah.
When I go to
the
Black
Queens, they buy
hotel,
more of your yogurt then, we should pay them more bonus.
No, because for every business person around the game, when the Black Stars are around, you make more money than when the Black Queens are around. Why should my taxpayers' money pay the same amount of money to Black Queens like the Black Stars when the commercial value I get from Black Stars is way more than the Black Queens? For every business.
And Sicho, that's even the thing, in terms of the business angle he's just talking about. The Black Stars in town, the ripple effect it has on the economy is completely different.
Example.
I've just told you I said coconut.
I'm coming.
Coconut seller is okay.
I'm coming.
Let's go to the
trotro driver. The trotro driver.
Yes.
The taxi driver.
Thank you.
Yes.
The sachet water seller.
Yes.
The chinchinga seller at the stadium.
Yes.
The food vendors.
Yes.
The fuel stations.
Yes.
All of them benefit when the Black Stars
So
is
your
in town.
taxpayers' money, it can be.
So those businesses,
I get it.
when those businesses boom, thank you, I'm coming. When those
Are there no
businesses boom,
benefits to those businesses when the Black Queens are in town?
It's comparative. They are marginal benefits, but that is why they are paid 1,500 and not 10K, because the benefits of when the Black Queens are in town is as little as the same probably at the same percentage as the disparity is in how much they are being paid. And it's not, I'm not joking about it. When the Black Queens are in town, they are the Black Queen, the senior women's national team. Nobody feels it. I'm telling you, they play the WAFCON qualifiers, massive game, huge game. But it's no fault of DSO. But it's just that the people who taxpayers' money are going to pay them, they don't benefit from the team as much as they benefit from the other team, which is the Black Stars. So they can't be paid equally. Again, the Black Queens are training and playing everything they are playing to go and play in competitions. Look, even at FIFA uses the money from the Men's World Cup to organize the Women's World Cup. When FIFA launched the more recent Women's World Cup, and they were begging media houses to go and sponsor. You multimedia, did you tell FIFA you want to shoot? When the Men's World Cup came, in the studio, Coach Nimble was doing things. Hey, I saw you. I was in Qatar. I was in Qatar and I saw your video on French platforms and over 2 million views. Women's World Cup, no. Which video of yours had 10 views?
We couldn't show because we didn't. By that time, we have become poorer by showing the Men's World Cup.
Okay, so I'm saying, and again, it's not fault of this platform. I'm saying,
yes,
even the BBCs, all the international big platforms, when FIFA opened the bidding for them, some of them went with $0, £0. Oh, give it to us. Let's show. When we make commercial, we can split. Nobody wanted to commit money to it. Why? Because the commercial value of the Women's World Cup is not there. It's not viable. In fact, FIFA's record says that they've run at losses at every single Women's World Cup until the more recent one when they broke even. That one, I have my doubts. They lost small, but the small, no.
The one in Australia.
If Gianni want to change the narrative.
Massage the narrative. They lost. So that's the point. The women are going to the WAFCON. And the men are going to AFCON or the World Cup. For the two parts that these two teams are embarking on, which one would sell the country more as a taxpayer? If I'm into any business, if I'm into any business that can go international, and I need food to sell it out there, I need to sell my country out there to even cut the eyeballs, which one of the teams would I bank my hope on that they will sell the country so that I can get that attention? Surely, if I'm into tourism business, and I want people to know Ghana so that they come into Ghana to come and then enjoy my tourism packages. Which of the two teams do I think will sell the business more or the country more? Surely the Black Stars. No, it's not even negotiable. No, and you see, the Black Stars has an automatic marketing tool, which is the players who are playing in the Black Stars. Kudus is selling Ghana. Pate is selling Ghana. And Chance Semenyo is selling Ghana. Like, Richard Ofori has come to sell Ghana. Like Benjamin Asare clean sheet. The players who are playing in Europe in the top teams, they are marketing Ghana even before they come. The truth is, our queens, it's not fault of theirs. Are they as players individually marketing Ghana with the same value or as much as the boys are? No. If we want to even quantify how much the marketing is, it wouldn't even be 1,500 to 10,000. It might even be $1.
So for you, the market value, commercial value, financial value,
social value,
the
feelings
there is subjective.
It's not.
Champ,
it's not.
It's subjective.
No.
Black Stars, you feel more when Black Stars play. I feel more when Black Queens play. Subjective. That one is subjective.
The feeling that would influence how you patronize
Yes. You see, it can. Look, this is how I view it. I understand Sicho's point. Okay? And in an ideal world, that's how it should be. The value for value. What you bring in, you get what you bring in. But I think that if we we need to treat women's football as a social project. That's how I view it.
Fair point.
And that is why I think that it will be a mistake, and it has been a mistake, that we have viewed it in the mechanical form in which Sicho has brilliantly analyzed over the years. That's why it continues to be where it is. But the men's game predates the women's game by more than 100 years. So systematically, the women's game was always going to start from a negative.
Yes.
To start from a point. So it's still playing catch up. In order for us to speed up that process, it is important for us to do disproportionate investment in the women's game.
And that's not equal pay.
No, hold on. I'm coming. Let me finish.
Okay.
Which means that we must approach the development of the women's game with a certain mentality that is devoid of some of the objective analysis that Sicho has given. And I think when you go through that score, look, it is not the fault of the women that the women's game or women's football globally, not just in Ghana, is lagging behind. The physical issues that Sicho talked about, the excitement, it's also because the men's game is what we have been predisposed to. And it has been for hundreds of years. You understand? So naturally,
So you're saying that if women started playing football earlier than
before us, and they were the example, and we learned.
and the
Hold
men
on.
came to play,
Thank you.
we will say we like
Because
playing
that
football
is the adult film. Hold on. Because see the examples you gave, women fashion world, adult film industry. A lot of them, the women, those two industries, the women took the lead. So look, when everything is like, when you start
but how
first,
you don't say women
oh,
started before
that one, leave me alone. Leave me alone. But everything, hold on, I'm trying to say that everything is natural. If you start early, and you are the same,
become a market leader.
yeah, and you set the pace. Every other thing, and you do it well. Every other thing we playing catch up. Women's football at the moment is playing catch up. It's not the fault of our women that the game is not attractive to the fans. The girls are playing the best football they can play. When they go in there and they wear the Ghana jersey, they sweat as much as the men. They put in as much effort as the men. So, but they can't control who comes to watch. It's not their fault. So what do we do as a country? I would say that because as a country we have systematically promoted men's football over time, it's important for us to deliberately invest in women's football. By standing on business and giving them a fraction of what we are giving the men, simply based on what our perceived value of those two teams, I think we are doing the women a disservice. That's the argument I'm making.
But did you actually describe it as perceived?
Yeah.
No, the factors are clear.
Yeah, please, Chicho brought in the social one, so it's subjective. So that's what I'm saying, because it's a perception that the men give more joy than the women. I'm also saying that the women's game gives me more joy, so it's subjective.
But one of the things that Chicho also mentioned was the economics factor.
I'm Phantom Chain. I'm saying
Oh, they
No. Before you proceed,
yes,
he mentioned something critical,
which is what?
which is the fact that when FIFA even wanted media organizations to buy the broadcast rights for the FIFA World Cup, the last edition.
What am I supposed to do with that information?
I'm coming. FIFA struggled.
Yes, so what should
It
I
is
do with that
clearly
information?
because of interest. FIFA gives each member federation money to develop women's football. But even at the top there, they know that they can't. They are struggling to sell the product.
Yes, I've understood you, and that's why I'm saying that if we because of this very reason you've given, if we approach the development of women's football with the same attitude as the men, it won't work.
So, first,
So I'm saying that.
that's
No,
not a
I'm
problem.
saying.
Yes, that's not a problem. What you're saying.
No, you
Because-
let me finish. So
okay,
I'm
finish your
saying that let's do this, all right? Because bonuses are paid from taxpayers, and
Who benefits?
hold on, yeah, and it's not pegged on how much sponsorship each team brings in, because we have not explicitly stated that that's why.
Value.
Yeah, no. We have not explicitly stated that the reason we are paying the Queens 1,005 and paying the men 10,000 is because the men can bring sponsorship. They sell the country more. Nobody has
That's true.
explicitly stated.
No,
this
you're
before.
actually even right.
Yes.
No one has.
So
even
I'm
mentioned
saying that as a result of that, because that hasn't been defined as a metric for the disproportionate payments, I think that it's important for us to view the payment of the bonuses as an opportunity for us to at least
Bridge the
from
gap.
our end bridge the gap and level the playing ground. And I say this because when you look at the men's players, the Black Stars players, and where they come from, quite frankly, a lot of them already
are way off.
are well-to-do. They're earning good money.
Why?
It doesn't mean, hold on.
Why?
It doesn't mean they don't, hold on. It doesn't mean I'm saying that we shouldn't pay them what they're paying. So I'm saying that they already earn a good amount of money. That is established. and we know why. That's where you were going to. We know why they end, because where they play, their game has more value. There's more money there.
Sicho, the point
But
Fento is actually making is that
let me make my point. Don't make it for me. I'm making my point, and you stop me and say the point I'm making is that I don't know the point I'm making. This guy,
You're confused, so he wants to make a point.
you are lumping the things together. They are coming to assist you.
But when you look at the women, Sicho, they don't earn much where they play because of the aforementioned factors you stated. So, as a country, we have an opportunity to look them in the faces and say, we know where your game is. We know it's not at the level of the men's game. It's an admission of a fact. You can't run away from it. But as a country, we will do our part. And our part is to give you the same as the men, to make you understand that we value you just as much as we value the men. Because the payment of the bonuses is a reflection of our value that we place on them. No, the value that we place on them, and not the value that they place on themselves, or the value that has been placed on them by others. For us as a country, we are saying that we view you, the men and the women, in equal light, that we value both of you in the same way.
Why?
Because it's a duty.
So the problem I have
when it comes to national team football, I think that you have to see it as a duty and a responsibility.
I agree. You
Yes.
said a lot of things about the men's game started earlier, blah blah blah. And if they look, so we can talk about doing better for the girls. If they are taking 1,500 and you want us to increase to 3K, stick with that matter.
Or even 5K.
Stick with 5K.
I have a suggestion.
No, come here. Stick with that matter, but don't tell me that because we are not paying them enough, they should straight away be paid like the Black Stars, because the Black Stars are paid.
I actually have a suggestion that will work. I think
that your thing.
leave it, you two don't say it for me.
I'm asking you that's your thing.
This is my suggestion for how bonuses should be paid. I think both the men and the women should be paid an equal base bonus pay.
No way.
So state an equal base pay. So let's say, for example, that Black Queens, Black Stars, your base bonus per game is 5,000. Let's see, and peg it at that for both. It's base pay.
But I disagree.
No, Wahala. You let me finish my proposal. It's okay. Hey, let me finish my proposal. Hold on. No, the Black Stars can still go up to the 10K. So don't worry. Let me finish my proposal. It's count. So I'm saying that you establish, let's say, a base pay of 5K minimum. Okay. A base pay minimum. Okay. 5K. Then we can have add-ons. And the add-ons, hold on. And the add-ons will be based on the commercial value that the teams bring.
So the base pay is 1,500.
The base pay is 1,500. You.
1,500. I don't know. Don't look at the breakdown for the ministry. Base pay is 1,500.
So for example, so Mufti, so what would then happen would be that, let's say, so the basic bonuses would have been 5,000. Everybody is entitled to 5,000. And then we can say, Black Stars, you're commercially viable, you're commercially attractive. So you brought in sponsorship from MTN, $2 million. We'll give you a percentage of your sponsorship.
So then let's switch the conversation. Government decides that we will pay each national team 5,000
base.
The rest goes to the FA. Tells the FA which of the national teams are you going to sell? Are you able to sell to bring money into your coffers? Use that part of the sponsorship you get to top up based on what you think brings money into our coffers. So if Black Queens are not bringing any money, then GFA is taking part of their sponsorship and topping up to the Black Stars and not giving anything.
That's the suggestion.
However, the difference here is that the GFA will struggle to sell only the Black Queens. They will struggle. If they go out there seeking sponsorship for the national team, which is the Black Stars, they will struggle. But they will be able to get sponsorship.
The reason why you do that is serving the 4 teams. It's a Blasters that brought the money.
That's the point.
They didn't
So-
need the other 10 national teams.
So the thing is
If
that
we don't, they don't want to talk true.
Okay, fair enough. Listen, guys, so let's hear from you. 055-111-1997. I'm interested in your messages. This is Game Plan on 99.7 Joe FM. The abridged version. We only started 10 minutes to 2 p.m. and it's now 2:49. We have just about 10 minutes to wrap it up. The show is brought to you by Betway. It's time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If they place bets using your code, you 4% of their wager. It doesn't matter whether it's a win or loss. If they bet with your code, you earn 4% cash of their wager amount. This means the more people bet with your code, the more you will earn. Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer, exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. And the EcoBank Joy Business SME Fair 2025 is happening at the Good Park right next to or at the Accra Mall where the game shop used to be. Now Melcom, right behind there's a park there. That's where it's happening. So let's go there. We are going there right after this to go and check it out. All kinds of exhibitions happening there, local enterprises, what have you. Last year I was there, Mufti and I, we went to cook Tozafi on the last day, and I bought some nice honey. I mean, it's amazing. So, and there'll be performances as well. Tulenki and Ketche and Paris Music, all of them will be performing. It's happening today, tomorrow, and Sunday. All day. So when you stop by the mall, stop there at the Good Park and check it out. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, is the proud sponsor of this. And of course, MTN, Syntex Tank, Winter Special Gary Mix from GW Foods, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Greenbox Sewage, DPS Pipes, all of them supporting as well. I've got loads of your messages here. Well, before we even go into your messages, let's cross over to Sheila at Good Park to tell us what's happening there. Sheila, how are you doing?
Well, what it's doing, listen, this place is vibrant, this place is great, this place is alive, and if you're not making your way to the Good Park, you're making a big mistake. Huge discounts on sale. Listen, and tonight we'll be partying with Ketche. Can you believe that? We'll be partying with Ketche.
Ketche performance is tonight?
It's tonight.
Wow.
It's tonight. Exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
We'll be
I'll
partying
come
with
and show
Ketche.
off my dance moves. You know, the well-trusted dance moves, yeah.
I trust you.
Thank you. What have you purchased so far? What kind of shops have you seen? What's
Listen,
going
I
on?
have this beautiful kimono on.
Yeah?
I got from stand 61. It's a beautiful kimono from Steve Textiles.
Oh, wow.
And there's so much here. Lexus just joined me.
Yeah.
Hi, Lexus.
Lexus,
Well, hello there. Hi, how are you?
this is Fentu. I'm fine. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, we're live on TV, are we? Huh?
We're live on radio.
Oh, listen. Are we on radio?
We are on Joy FM, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, that fence. Listen, you need to be here.
Yeah.
Bro, I just saw this EV that will look so good on you. You need to drive this amazing EV.
They sell an EV there.
EV Africa. Yes,
Wow,
bro.
wow.
You're going to love this. You got to come in. I just got myself some roots mix, some ginger tiger nuts and stuff like that. Just getting ready for drive time. Look, it's the best marketplace I've seen. Lots of vendors in here. It's a place I can get. And they're giving some amazing discounts and deals as well. I'm totally surprised, eh?
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah. Look, last year's edition, I was there every single day, so I know what you're talking about, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we're coming there right after this.
Please, hurry up, and come before people take advantage of all these amazing discount deals
Absolutely.
and let the people run out of stuff.
You're doing draft time from there, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic,
yeah, I'm
fantastic.
Here. Drive
So-
time is live from here in a few minutes.
We'll be crossing over
yeah.
to you in about 7 minutes or so. So Lexus Bill
Awesome.
from Good Park at the SME Joy News, EcoBank Joy Business SME Fair 2025. We'll go there as well right after this. But guys, lots of messages, quite a buzz load of them on this equal pay matter as well. And let me see if I can go through some of them. I'll try and do that. But Sicho, quick one. This weekend, there's Premier League action, the highlight of the weekend's action is Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea. That should be a very interesting game. But my message box is open now, so let me try and see.
If the boys are playing and you go to the stadium, you can't even chat or call anybody.
And no, your network, no problem.
But if the girls are playing, you can do video call, no break.
Yes, because when the girls are playing, the networks up the bandwidth. This guy, you think what? Anyway, so this message says, good afternoon. Equal pay is not a problem. It should be something appreciable because the female footballers don't fetch that much. Which team brings in more resources? It's the Black Stars. So they should receive more. John from Ashimanta. John, what exactly has the Black Stars given you that the Black Queens haven't?
When we went to the World Cup, the Black Stars brought us 9 million.
Yeah, did you get any of the money?
Yes.
About 2.5 million of that money is being used to build a hotel at the Karaman Soccer Center of Excellence.
Okay. For
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 us.
football, for the women,
Also
for the
for
Black
us.
Queens. For the Black Queens.
as for us.
For the Black Queens.
As
When
for
they
us.
finish building it, when they finish building it, all national teams will use it.
I believe they should be. I believe there should be a payment increase, like 5,000 USD, but not exact amount as the Black Stars.
$5,000 from Bayer should be increased.
Sicho.
It be true.
Okay.
Why you don't give so many money where you no end?
This one says, hold on, where are they? Somebody said we should discuss EPL. Hey,
La
my
Liga.
messages are here. Team sport. All right, so let me take this message well. The women's national team deserve better. Please, is Otto still the head coach of the Black Stars? Yo, group stage exits for us in 2026
The
Mondial.
women have qualified to the WAFCON.
Daniel Harrison.
Somebody has written three sentences. One is for the women, two is for the men. It tells you. We are discussing. Nobody has listened. You haven't seen the message.
David says the effect on the economy even includes ECG when the Black Stars are in town.
Bro.
That's very true.
Okay.
B-stars. Stop.
Somebody wants us to,
Talk La Liga.
you know, he wants Sami Tabora. He says he wants to talk about, but Sijo, quick one before we go, right?
He said your panel said Barca was beating Real Madrid. I want to hear their take. Well, those who said Real Madrid will lose are not here. The one who said Real Madrid will win is here.
He's here. That's
I'm here.
you. So you have nothing to answer for. Chelsea against Spurs.
Look, I fancy it could be a draw, really. Because Chelsea defensively are not sound. Again, Delap returned from injury yet. He's received a red card in the Carabao Cup. He's not going to be playing. Spurs are defending a lot better than Ange Postecoglou. The problem with Spurs, they lack a bit of creativity in their final third. And yeah, so I fancy a draw in this London derby. But if there's going to be a win, I will lean towards Chelsea. But it's tilting to more of a draw for me.
Okay. And we also have, of course, Ghana Premier League action this week. Again, and it's been quite interesting. Kumasi Santikotoko obviously returning to action after what happened to them in Africa. Not the best of scenarios for them, but let me take you to the full fixture list of the Ghana Premier League. There have been some changes already this week. Odate Lamte has left his job, of course, at 11-1 days. He says he's put the foundation together for the team to succeed. 7 matches, no win. the foundation has been put there. Anyway, so there's Brecum Chelsea against Vision. Gold Stars are up against Apostles. Dreams FC take on Samatex. Holy Stars host House of Oak. Swedru All Blacks are up against Lions. That's Heart of Lions. And Asante Kotoko will take on Karela United in their first game back since the Confederation Cup debacle, of course. And there's Bechem United against Nations FC. That one is tonight. This afternoon, actually, 3:30 p.m. And then tomorrow, Hoho United up against Mediama, the league leaders. That will be the only game on Saturday. That's also at 3:30 p.m. This Mediama, who are riding pretty at the top of the table with 16 points, 1 point more than Ejiana. And you have Bashir Hifor's Heart of Lions also firmly behind them with 14 points. Guys, that's how we wrap up the show.
The Women's Premier League also starts today.
It also starts this weekend. Yeah. Yes, that's true. I didn't forget. I didn't forget. You this guy. You this guy. That's our show for today.
They say we are the disrespect you.